Hi, friends. Thanks for joining me. Oh, I got a message coming through on my phone. Yeah, do a good job. Always try to do my best whenever I'm sharing Health Friends. It's so great to be with you on Feel Good Again with Karen Masterson Cook, clinical nutritionist, over 40 years of experience. Yeah, I know something. Working in immunology and allergy clinics, definitely with cancer, lots of cancer, every disease, diabetes, allergies, and everything in between, a lot of skin conditions over the years, and then working with clients too, that just need some direction, and off they go. Just I love sharing shortcuts, and I will today. Today it is focusing on introduction to immunity. Gotta build it. Yeah, gotta build it. So much confusion in what to eat, what to do, a lot of fear. And we calm our fears through exercise, through doing something familiar, right? Doing something, maybe working in the garden or buying a plant for your house, something, helping a friend or a neighbor. Many things that we can do to calm our fears. Eating is very important to keep our blood sugar nice and normal. And 90% of mental illness and schizophrenic behavior, depression, is from tricky blood sugar. Ooh, so we got to keep our blood sugar normal to feel our best. Fear makes our blood sugar spike. It's that fight or flight response, and then whoa, it's like I'm so hungry, or I need a cup of coffee or green tea, something to just bring the energy up. Yeah, fear. We also lose zinc. So write that down. Take notes if you can during these great times. I'm trying to target no more than 10 minutes. Our first one was 6 minutes, and we'll see where we go. Because today, it's a huge category. There's so much I'm excited to share with you on this channel, Feel Good Again, and you will. You will. So just decide, commit, and you will succeed. No matter what your health goals are, just to have more energy, lose a few pounds, feel mentally better. Mental illness is our #1 illness in the world, not just in the United States, but worldwide, and it has been. So all what we're going through today in the 21st century is kicking it up. However, like we're talking, we can decide that we're going to calm as much as we can. We'll do whatever is in our control. The Serenity Prayer is always a good one that I love. Look it up. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yay. Hallelujah. So friends, when you're really looking at the health of yourself, your friends and family, I want you to know, if you're not feeling so healthy, you're not alone. Almost 10 years ago, the people studies that I am a researcher, so I look at studies, and they're big studies. So the conglomerate of humans in the study to see, do we have a healthy society or not? Well, 10 years ago, 25% of people were metabolically healthy. That means they really meant they didn't really have a active disease at the time. 25%. That means 75% were not feeling so good. They had issues. Who doesn't know somebody with cancer or have it themselves? Maybe you've had surgery, you've got preventative, and that's the word of the day. Be preventative. That's what feeling good is all about, is knowing the shortcuts. I'm going to give you shortcuts today too. The first one, go back and listen to my channel, and you will get something of value on every one of them. Cover the basics. Okay, you can do this. Okay, you can begin to feel better each day. You will. Your body will go through transformation and refresh. It does. It's how every single person I've ever worked with. And what do they tell me? Do I really have to do this? It's like, do you feel better? And they go, yeah. So it takes some effort, but it's worth it, friends, because life is so much more fun when you feel good and reduce pain and get your energy up and your skin looks better. Hey, I've never been older and I haven't had work done. So it really, really works, friends, on from head to toe and inside and out. So the recent numbers is 14% of our population is metabolically healthy. So we've dropped over 10 points in the last 10 years. But you can be the healthiest. You can set the example for your family and your friends. Don't wait for everybody else to get on board. That is a very important lesson. Okay, do it for yourself today, and guess what? They will get inspired by your example. They might try to, give you some more chocolate chip cookies or really kind of, break your spirit. I mean, I don't know why this happens, but it's like misery likes company, and people don't like to change their habits or their addictions. And I tell people I'm an expert in addictions because I've been addicted to just about everything. So I've been blessed. I've been able to break my chains of addiction, and you can too. So today is the first day of the rest of your life, one day at a time. I mean, truly, that's how I live my life, one day at a time. It's wonderful. Hallelujah, hallelujah. So in looking at building an immune system, and see, doctors don't know this. So you're not hearing it on the news. You're not hearing it from your doctor. And some do, but they have a protocol they have to follow. Okay, it's called pharmaceutical drugs. Yes, they're taking weight. Yes, they're saying you got to lose weight, but the foods they suggest many times, like oatmeal, very confusing food. Oatmeal can actually cause more problems in the GI tract. So what I tell you about oatmeal is true. It's a sticky protein. So it's just like eating gluten. So if you know that wheat and bread haven't agreed with you, you bloat with them, leave them alone. Go to one of the low gluten grains like I have. Quinoa, the blonde quinoa, it cooks really quickly, 15 minutes, and you can put all the little whatever you want, little honey, and I put apples on it, and with a hard-boiled egg. It's an easy breakfast. Okay, you need to nourish your body and have quality proteins, a variety of quality proteins to build immune function. Let's talk about protein. Now, you're going to have a super resource at your fingertips to go a little bit deeper, a little quicker into the subject matter I'll be covering on my channel, Feel Good Again. Because I've written a few books and lots of articles. You can see some of them, by Googling Karen Masterson's articles. Definitely Aloe Life loves what I do, and I have articles on that website, aloelife.com. But the book is available on Amazon, Beyond Gluten Intolerance. Beyond. It's more. Health is more than just keeping low on your whole grain bread. A little white bread never hurt anybody. We're having this spike in digestive issues and autoimmune because we got confused. And I was part of that. We thought whole grains built a healthier body. No. So I had to learn as I did the research for my book, okay, because I knew people were chronically ill with celiac and advanced bowel disease and so much grief going on. In fact, colon cancer is number 4. Number 4, colon cancer. So we have to get our gut healthy. We do. And eating healthy is a way to do it by keeping the immune system strong and giving the body ways to detoxify and get regularity in our bowels. All of that will be revealed to you. Definitely eating a carrot a day, eating a stalk of celery a day really helps elimination naturally, okay? And it gives you food fiber to build a cycle in the small intestine. I'm going to get technical. You can take notes, but I want you to get the concepts. You've got to have regularity. If you say, it's just the way my bowels move, I've never had regularity. Well, guess what? You can actually change that, okay, by eating more fiber. Food fiber, not psyllium, that can be problematic. Not brown rice, that can be problematic. And oatmeal, Ezekiel bread. Many foods maybe that you've been eating can be very problematic and slows the bowels down. Okay, if you're saying, not me. Okay, not you. But as I develop more and more topics to share with you on my channel, Feel Good Again, you'll understand. The first 4 chapters in the book explain the GIS. So it's beyond gluten intolerance, GIS, the gluten inflammatory syndrome. The foods that are most problematic to the immune system, ultimately to the immune system, because all the glands, including the bone marrow, are not as functional when people are eating foods that actually cause inflammation in the gut. We can kind of say ice cream, pizza, lots of tomato sauce, and it's excesses of these, not just occasionally, but excesses. But what they're doing, bakers are actually enriching foods like sourdough bread with gluten flour now. Why? Why would they do that? Because it's problematic. It's hard to digest. That's the main problem. It's hard to digest because they don't want the tops of the sourdough bread to break off. Okay, or the tops of the Ezekiel bread that's more super whole grain, kind of like super fiber. And guess what? I'm going to give you a little prelude to gluten since I'm talking so much about it. The actual fiber is the worst irritant for the gut, causing leaky gut, if you've heard that expression, which is damaging the villi. Okay, so it really is like a blunting, and you just cause havoc in the whole body. But it's like, I have allergies, I can't eat that, and you don't know why. And you're going to know a little bit more about why and what you can do about it coming up. So ultimately, I'll just say experiment. Okay, experiment with food for one thing. If you're not eating properly, make sure you do start eating foods that aren't causing problems. Like have a poached egg. Sometimes a poached egg is more easily digested than, say, a hard-boiled egg. Or just eat the whites of an egg. Sometimes having an omelet with just whites of an egg, because people have such low-functioning digestive system, they can't eat the whole yolk because of the wonderful brain fats in the yolk. Yeah, inositol and choline that really feed the brain are in the yellow part. But we will work, all humans have most functioning design in common. So we're all basically the same with a few changes. And it all is based on the damage that has been done and heredity factors. But you might be surprised. Heredity factors are 6 on the list. 6 on the list, like your mom and your dad, the way they lived, if they lived to be 80, 90, and they didn't eat all that good, you didn't think, they had a lot of beef and whatnot, and they lived this long, hey, heredity can be your friend, but you can't judge yesterday by today because we have so many more toxicity challenges, roadblocks as I call them. Lots of poisons in our environment, lots of plastics, cancer-causing chemicals that we have to compensate for. It's not just pollution, it's invisible pollution. Chemicals like dioxin that we don't even know are cancer-causing because they don't have a smell. So I'm just saying those are the topics people don't necessarily want to have loaded back into this brain. However, if you know, then you can avoid or take steps to boil your white rice. It takes just like 3 to 5 minutes to boil your white rice. Okay, I'm saying white. I used to eat all brown, and now my skin's so much better because I let go of that fiber that was causing inflammation. Okay, trying to connect the topic. But arsenic, natural occurring in the soil, gets into the rice. If you boil it first, parboil, pour your water off. It's not hard to do. And then just put some more water in it, cook it till it's tender, and you know what, it cooks faster. Cooks faster, yeah. So when you parboil real quick, pour that water off and then add a cup and a half back to your cup of rice. It cooks in really just super short time. And then you can have it with your chili, okay, your pinto beans, which bring you sources of protein. That is our focus food for today, is protein. Protein from beans, turkey, which is in my chili. Try not to overcook your meat protein. That's called denaturing it. And we kind of kill the protein. So we don't want to kill the protein, but, heating it back up and all, it was delicious. Real quick chili. And lots of great recipes in the book. Easy. Any bachelor and bachelorette can put these recipes together for breakfast, lunches, and dinner. And they're low gluten or no gluten. And the kids just rave about them. And it's fun to get the family involved. And So protein and definitions of protein as well. I'll give that out just for people who might already have the book. Page 339, just a wonderful chapter all about food, all about the levels that studies have shown people need. Okay, so on that page 339 in the chapter Healthy Living, okay, that talks about food, and then the recipes are in here too, 100 pages. So it's not like, excuse me, I'm not giving you a lot of alternatives. I'm just saying, hey, don't just eat the biscuits and gravy or skip breakfast. Get some good nutrition like an egg or two. Cook some quinoa. It's real easy. You buy it at Costco or the health food store. It's from South America, and it's low gluten, so it doesn't have the sticky like oatmeal. And lots of protein. But you have to complete the protein. So you would eat with that. If you didn't have an egg, you would eat like a small handful of raw, not rancid, no oil on it, pumpkin seeds and almond seeds, and maybe a little cashews thrown in there. Delicious. Or peanut butter can work too. And a little bit of cottage cheese at breakfast can help with some fruit. I always have a piece of fruit in season. It makes it fun and delicious. I cut up some organic apple, and whenever you can, friends, use unsprayed, organically grown apples or other fruits, because many of the sprays that they use today are cancer causing. And boy, are we seeing epidemic in cancer. So you're getting all kinds of tips. Maybe you knew this, maybe you didn't. Also leafy greens and berries, heavily sprayed. You wonder why they look so good. You know, they're plastic. No, they're not plastic. But again, it's not like I've never eaten commercially grown, berries before, especially if it's on a special tart or something, somebody's birthday. Cheers. Some water. So protein is very, very important, and you need half your body weight in grams, okay? Half your body weight in grams every day. So I'm 120 pounds, so I need, my average is 60 grams of protein daily. 2 eggs. I brought up cottage cheese. There's the low, what do we call it? Dry cottage cheese in the health food store that's from cow's milk, and I can tolerate a little bit of it. 3/4 cup is 20 grams, and then that would be like a chicken piece of, it would not be chicken, but a piece of chicken at dinner, or a nice, larger, turkey patty would give you 60 grams of protein. So what does protein do? Why is protein so important? Pro means number one. So protein is the most important nutrient of the body. We have 80,000 trillion cells. No, we have 80 trillion cells. Getting myself mixed up here. And I just say 80 trillion, that's a lot. So we're like one big puzzle, okay, glued together with collagen. And all the cells of this puzzle are made from protein. So when people go, oh, I don't need that much protein. I just have coffee in the morning, and I might have, maybe some corn tortillas and a piece of cheese for lunch, and then I'll eat a decent dinner. But you're getting one third of what the body requires to build immune function. If you haven't been ill, if you haven't developed any illness, okay, and if you're really not that fatigued because you keep powering with the caffeine, you're heading for, I call it the rug syndrome, friends, the rug syndrome. We have certain stores of nutrition that the liver will store, like if we have excess, even when we're born, children can go, and then they'll run out of this excess that they received maybe if they were nursed or had regular food. And it's a way that we can get through shortages in foods. It's like a safety that the divine design was built in to get through these times of less food. And our absorption goes up too. If we eat less, but we eat a variety of these foods, vegetables and proteins, our body absorbs more. So if we really are gluttonous and overeat, eat a whole half a chicken at a sitting, wonder why you're a little bit on the heavy side, and lots of carbs and bread and butter, you're heading for poor digestion and skin conditions because, basically the more protein you need, the more vitamin A you need. So there's like a ratio to keep the body healthy, and so it starts decreasing your absorption. That's all I'm saying. The more you eat, the less you absorb. So you want to develop better eating habits, chew your food, as I was talking about on our first launch on Feel Better Again. Do not use ice cold liquids at your meals because that freezes the digestive enzymes, and people may be eating the right foods, the proteins, a variety of proteins, the Mediterranean diet, and lots of vegetables, some zucchini, broccoli. I had broccoli at lunch. I sometimes have a salad for lunch with, say, salmon in it from the cans or leftover protein of sorts, and maybe some beans. I'll put some garbanzos or whatever I feel like. So they're not expensive, and they're organic too. So look around. It's amazing how you can, really keep your budget down, but keep your nutrition up. Nutrition feeds the immune system. So protein builds the immune system. Okay, if you haven't been eating properly, start today, because the food you eat today builds your immune system tomorrow. There's about 6 different levels of immunity in the body, and high vitamin A foods like carrot juice or carrots, all your greens help to stimulate one of your real toughy natural killer cells that go after cancer and bacteria and fungal infections. Very important to fight off all the viruses, the flu virus, and everything else. And then you want to know that it builds hormones. So if you're kind of unhappy, or skin isn't looking so youthful as we want it to, and you're also not having good digestion, okay? Protein builds digestive enzymes. So you don't have to rush out and spend hundreds of dollars on getting enzymes, on getting, all this, extra collagen for your skin. Let's put your budget into eating better foods, and then into chewing your food better. Spend some time, sit down, do your best, friends, to not eat on the run. I mean, I understand. I have worked usually 2 jobs my whole life since I was just a young teen, and definitely, as a clinician, lots of driving and lots of stress too, dealing with people that have life-threatening conditions. And so now I still help and support through educational, AlloLife as an educator, and other companies. I just love supporting companies. Solgar is a very good company to buy vitamin E from. In just 1 month, your immune system will come up with vitamin E and a good quality aloe like AlloLife. 1 month. I mean, that's what's really cool about following the research. There are now thousands of repeatable pieces of research with aloe